experience this year, and what was it all like for you?
It's a lot of fun, honestly. It's started off a little different and a little harder, and as the year went along, it just became a lot of fun, and I think it helped having a lot of younger guys and guys my age and guys that I knew to play with, and yeah, it just turned a lot of the sadness of losing into some joy and some excitement to have around the rink. And hockey's supposed to be a fun sport, and when you're playing with a bunch of guys that you've known for a while and have a good connection with, it makes it fun.
How much different do you feel going into this offseason as opposed to last offseason?
Honestly, it feels similar. I mean, there's still a ton of things I want to work on and get better at, and still with the same goal to come back next year stronger and better and faster. And so honestly, I think it's the same mentality going in the summer to get better and just keep working.
What are some of your summer emphasis going to be?
Obviously, I still want to get stronger and faster. I don't think I should ever try and lose that. But still working on it. But I think just all around game, just trying to focus on some puck touches and some small things and get better at those things. But
what do you think was the key behind this late spurt that you had going? I'm sure you probably wanted the season to continue, so you keep on that trend.
Yeah, obviously I was like, wish we could play more games. Wish I was there for the full 82. But honestly, I don't know. I think it's just confidence and being comfortable and understanding the league. And I kind of shown it in different levels of hockey. Is once I get to a spot and start to study and learn and understand how the game's played at that level, then I start to do a lot better. So I think it's like that for a lot of people. And I think towards the end of the season, just was able to figure it out and understand the game a lot better and slow it down a lot more.
Where has that confidence come from you? Dickinson was mentioning that all these young guys now come into the NHL with confidence, but where do you get that from at such a young age?
Honestly, I think it's just from hard work and practice. It's I think a lot of it for me is going out on the ice for practice and working on things there. And when you're able to do it there and feel good, that it's it gives you the confidence to be okay, in a game, if I get this touch, then I know how it feels because I've already done it. So I think that was a huge part for me, is just working on it. When we're not playing, and then once we get on the ice, just feeling comfortable in positions where I get touches that I've worked on.
Kyle Davidson said he wanted the leadership group to form naturally here. You seem to be kind of just naturally gravitating toward that among the young guys. Do you feel that? Do you embrace that kind of potential role?
Honestly, yeah, I hope so. But I don't know. I just try to be me, and I just try to lead by example. In the locker room, I try not to be super loud and telling people what to do, but I try to go out there and just work my tail off and try to, I don't know, just show what I can do and hopefully motivate people that way. So I don't know, I just never really thought about that. It's more just trying to be me and just be myself.
When you look back on your season overall, what kind of analysis do you have of how you played and the point total you ended up with and everything?
Yeah, I think started off a little slow, kind of what I was saying, just dipping my toes in the water, understanding the game. But I think that as the season went on, I felt that I got better, honestly, every game. I should have done a lot better. I've had a ton of breakaways, ton of chances that should have buried on, should have capitalized, and should have made. And I thought it was a very fun and very successful season for myself personally. And I think that one thing is just coming back next year to focus more on winning games and playing that style of hockey that we had towards the end of the season.
You and Connor are kind of considered the top two centers, and you guys got the chance to play together, and he was pretty complimentary of you the other day, and just how you've gotten better. How much of chemistry have you guys had, or how much inspiration have you found maybe just playing with them, or what sort of bond have you guys created over this season?
Yeah, it's been a blast. I met him the year before, just in the summer, and I didn't really get to know him too well, but just coming in this year and getting to know him a lot, it's been just a lot of fun. He's a great guy. He's super funny and fun to be around, and I think that's that could be missed around for him. It's something that a lot of people don't really see and notice, and just being able to go out on the ice and work and practice and see what he's doing after, and always having someone to take some reps with is awesome, and it's been a lot of fun just playing with him. He's so skilled, so smart, and I think it just makes everybody around him better. So it's it's a big compliment to him, but yeah, hopefully next year play some more and keep working on that.
Connor's joked a couple of times that he has trouble keeping up with you and Mikheyev on a line, but in all seriousness, he does plan to work on his speed. And he talked about the speed, the team in general. Like, what are your thoughts about like yourself and Mikheyev and Oliver Moore and all these guys that play with pace?
Yeah, I love it. Like, obviously that's my game, so the more we can bring that and play off of that is gonna benefit myself and the team more. And I think, you play the top end teams in the league, and that's how they are. They're constantly moving, high pace, like keeping you on your heels and putting the puck in behind you and keeping you moving, and that's tough to keep up with. Not every team can play full 3 periods like that. So I think it's a very good step in the right direction for us and as an organization. And I think I think in the future it's going to be successful.
How did your time in Rockford help you be ready for more 50-plus games in the NHL this year?
I think it was awesome. I talked a lot with Soupy and like Cooney and a bunch of guys, and and even Anders, like when I was first there. Like, it was awesome kind of get to come up with him as well, and he helped a ton, and I owe a lot of thanks to him. And just heading in on, obviously Rockford, you don't play as many games, but you still play more of an NHL style. And when we'd have back-to-backs and stuff like that, it's just like keying in and focusing in on staying locked in and playing hard and, playing full. There I was playing like 20 minutes a night, so it's like being able to play that back-to-back games and, show up each and every night was something that I was trying to focus on a lot more down there, and they tried to hit on, and I think it was just really good for my development and understanding of pro hockey.
From your perspective, did Anders have to go through an adjustment period from Rockford to NHL? What did you see from him as a coach?
I don't know as much of an adjustment period as it'd be. I think it's more of just, like I said about myself, it's everybody dips their toes in and kind of needs to understand what something new is. No one really knows what to expect, and I think he did a good job of coming in and figuring things out. And I think that once he felt confident and like extremely confident to play his style and play like what he's preaching, I thought went really well. And he did a great job of coming in and sorting things out and showing us the details and showing us a lot of video and trying to help us just be predictable and try to be a better team that way. And but yeah, I think there's always a learning grace when it comes to stuff like that. No one's perfect, but I think you did a great job.
Did you make that hat yourself?
No, I don't know. They had these in the stores. It was pretty cool. So, it's a Blackhawks hat, not just Michigan.
That's why I was surprised. Like, wait a second.
I know.
What is that?
They did it as a giveaway.